Good morning, United Kingdom. Good morning. Yes, good morning to everyone. United Kingdom. We back with a drive time live session with Lakhi Singh, the property fixer, and the alternative business and property solutions community, which we will soon be moving over into a new format of a new group. So be looking out for that. We'll have a banner out. Right. Okay. Today's topic. Someone says you can't do something, don't do it once, do it twice and take a picture and show them. Bit of a resilient statement. Obviously, a statement to show that if you have the will, you can do anything. And second thing it shows us that really shouldn't really be listening to what people say, because people say all sorts of things and everybody's got a different angle on things. In real terms, especially in the working world, those people who are used to a 9 to 5 normally find it difficult to understand how someone can throw caution to the wind and work for themselves, get a job, is what they would probably recommend. Get another job, or get a job, or leave this job and go for another job. But for them to say, leave the job and work for yourself is somewhat daunting. And I think in the vice versa, somebody who is in self-employment has always been working for themselves, they probably find it very restrictive to be told to do a job, a certain job in an office within a 9 to 5, and for them to be satisfied as well. Very difficult. So the saying makes sense. And it sometimes has a note of I told you so about it, taking a picture and showing them, that saying, look, I believe in myself. And thank you for your advice, but I believe in myself enough to make it work. But at the same time, working from home has probably become a reality for lots of people. And that leads me on to the second topic, which is working from home and how you can make your business grow from home. There's very few businesses I've seen out there. I mean, there's lots of franchises and clubs, marketing, companies that offer you things, but there are very few that offer you a chance to help people and make money. Quite unique. So the question is, how is it possible helping people, being a philanthropist, somewhat is a juxtaposition to business or making money? How can you help people make money? You can't help people to make money, because in order to help people, you have to be doing something with no requirement of any money. That's the way that people would look at it. So the bottom line is, how do you assist people and make money? Well, very simply, go to the Rescue Associates tab on the Rescue My Property website and see what The RAC model is about really to see how it is so simple, takes away the complications from a normal business where you need to have knowledge on certain things. In this, you need not to have any knowledge. You just need to know somebody's in trouble, whether they're in financial trouble, they're in legal problems, or they are finding it difficult to manage their property portfolio. You don't need the knowledge because the knowledge is all with the head office. All you need to know is that you're helping someone by referring them to the head office for them to deal with them. It's as simple as that. And the lowest level entry, the easy way to start your business is by taking on the basic membership, which is free at the moment. We had it especially reduced for the COVID so that people would find it easier to get into the business without having to spend too much money. The question, obviously, that we have is how do you make a business from home? Is it possible making a business from home? In this environment, in the present day, where everything is based upon a fabric of social media, I think social media is one of the new norms. It's a gel that keeps everybody together. So, how do you use social media to make your business? That's a question. Well, we have videos explaining that. Quite easy to explain how somebody who's got no knowledge of social media can actually grow their business, and people who've got knowledge of social media who can use it to grow their business. Simple telephone, internet, a laptop. That's all it takes. The internet and the social media world is quite organized in terms of, you can find the type of groups you're looking for, the type of people you're looking for by literally doing a search. And unlike having to go into a directory and guess, who does what, social media actually allows these groups to get together. So it makes it easy for you to find the type of group that's got the business or the type of clients in there that you would find to be naturally either sources of business or referrals. So there's lots of different stages, in getting into self-employment for people who have never done it before. And without further ado, I can go through them. We'll go through them and let's a bit at a step at a time today to explain to you how you can effectively grow your business sitting at home. And it's not as unbelievable as you think it'll be. In this environment, everybody's looking for an excuse to make money. And this is what we had, I think it was a lady we had on last week or the week before, said that she literally set up a group and she had about 200-300 people join her group. She was shocked, surprised. People came from everywhere. But 50 people, was it? 30 people turned up from various parts of the country, and she introduced them. And she had her leader. She was in some marketing, multi-level marketing company, selling, I think it was Bitcoin. She had a line manager, the person above her rang him up and had no clue how to deal with them. She rang him up and he turned up. And since then, she's grown her membership to her group is about 11,000 strong, I think. And this is only a couple of years ago. Excellent. I mean, what? For nothing? For just the fact that she's got a lovely personality and she tries to help. She's helpful, I think. That's it. And that's what we're promoting, helping people and making money at the same time. So just literally trying to give people a sense of, I'm here for you. I can get you out of this, or I can at least direct you to people who can help you get out of this problem you've got. And it's not all negative news. It's not all bad. It's also positive as well. There's people out there who just want to consolidate or make a better of what they've got. So even that takes a bit of clever guidance, if you want to call it. And that guidance you could get from the same service line, the RAC. Remember, you don't need to become an RAC. You can actually just email into Rescue My Properties and put your inquiry through and be serviced directly by head office. The RAC obviously is for people who really want to grow their business on home. There may be people who have already got enough on their plate, already busy in their businesses or in their 9-to-5s, and they haven't got the time to do more, but they've got a query. They want to ask a question. And quite easily email through from Rescue My Properties directly to head office and put your query in, and you will get a response, hopefully, and some direction, some solutions. Right. The question that comes up, people don't believe you, or they don't encourage you. So the saying was, do that not once, but do it twice, and then take a picture. What type of circumstances are there going to be where somebody's going to discourage you and you need to do that? And not able to do that. But then you achieve a small objective. And then when you achieve that objective, the second part is become more confident. So the second time you do it, I assume you've already gone through the motions of realizing you can do that, whatever it was, whatever you were being swayed not to do. So taking a picture, I think it's a proverbial taking it. So it doesn't mean literally taking a picture. I think it means letting people know you've achieved wherever they've swayed you from. And you've achieved it not once, but twice. Sometimes it's important to let people know that you can, if you will. If you don't have that will in you to do things that you want to do, you need to do it just for the sake of posterity. To see if you could, see what it feels like to do that which you've been swayed from. So being able to prove to people that you can by taking a proverbial picture and say to them, look, this is what I achieved. You stopped me or you persuaded me not to do whatever it was, but look, I've done it, and look, I've done well, or I've not done, I haven't done greatly well, but I've done something. I've taken the courage out. And sometimes it's just the courage that you're testing. It's not really the result. You're just trying to work out whether you have the courage to do something. And that's what gets you the result. Anyhow, so we go back to the RAC model, right? So in the videos, how do you grow your business from home? First header, the first lot of videos will tell you if you haven't got any contacts, if you've got nobody you ever thought would be a source of business to you, how to list those people down. How would you list everybody down that you know from A to Z that you ever spoke to, that's ever been with you, who knows you from your office, who's actually an acquaintance, writing their name and number down and actually taking the trouble out to ring them once. And just say, look, hey, whoever it is, look, I've got into this particular business. I don't know where it's going to go. Don't know if I'm going to do well. But if there's anybody you know, if there's anything that you have that you think I can help you with, revolving around business and the property business in particular, do let me know, because I've got access to a head office team that can help. And you can be quite bashful, or you can be quite open and just tell them, look, I'm going to get paid if there is anything that they do for you. It could be quite cheeky and actually suggest that you would pay them half of the commissions back to get that business under your desk if it's larger. So there's lots of ways. So that's the first, I think the first point of call is just drafting out a list of contacts and numbers, email addresses, social media contacts, people you know. Then taking a time out every week to give them all a call. Just a friendly hello, hi, how are you? What are you up to? Because most people, remember, are in lockdown, so it's not really life as usual. A lot of people are actually sitting at home, quite despondent. So you could be quite surprised to the response they give you. Could be a ray of light for them because they don't know about the RAC yet. Give them a call and then make your list of active participants. Ideally, about 10 is a good number to start with. So you've got 100 people, you can whittle them down. But ideally, it's 10 that are going to be willing to work with you on the ideal number. Remember, you started with a zero cost. So you've got no money to spend. Got a basic membership, 5% per lead. And you've got these 10 people that have shown interest in wanting to work with you. So what do you do next? What you do next is you make them your AAs. So if you've taken the RAC membership out, if you haven't gone into the website and taken out the RAC membership, and you need to do that first. And then you decide to make them an AA, and you agree with them a commission structure. You say to them, look, whatever we make, I'll share 50-50. And it's a gentleman's profit. It's something that you should, if you want, you can do in writing. If you want, you should put it in an email. But it's about trust. If they refer business to you, you refer it on. Money transmits from that business. You say to them, I will pay you half of what I make. That's a nice way to start it. There's no feeling that somebody's making more than another. So I want to hear from anybody listening in, got an idea about what we're talking about. We've got 3 people watching us this morning. We've got Mandy Sandhu, who gives us a good morning. Thank you very much, Mandy, as usual. Very encouraging. Okay, so you've got your 10 people, or you whittled the list down to 10. You've added them to your profile. You've given them a membership or rating under your membership. How do you get them to do business? That's the difficult bit, especially if you don't really understand what you're doing. So it's important to make sure the 10 people you do take on under your membership are hungry, active. They want to they want to help people, and they want to make money. It's important. They are genuinely energetic, and they are up for helping people. So let's now look at the type of clients you can pick up. Right. So first we look at how you make business. Okay. You can do lots of different clever things. You can put out advertisements, banners. If you look at the RAC model and you look at the various solutions that we provide, you could make clever little banners of your own, little sort of write-ups. Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Mandy, and I've got an excellent way of solving commercial lending problems. If you've got a lending problem, can't find the right source of money, you're stuck in a bridge. It's one little advertisement. You throw that out to your groups, to the various social media platforms, and you see what happens. Then you do another one. Says, right, okay, I'm quite confident that I can help people who are in legal problems with the banks. I type LPA properties in particular, LPA problems. That's a Law Property Act. How? Well, come and talk to me. Come and see me, or come in online, have a chat, and I will refer you. And I'm quite positive you'll get some support. Then comes the rescue and property solution. People who are looking for a solution in rescue and properties, maybe looking to consolidate their portfolio, looking to restructure their portfolio, take all their properties and put them into some corporate structure of some kind. They need advice, they need help, they need understanding how to do that without getting stuck with too many taxation issues. There's so many ways you can help people if you are positive. I think the first point, one of the qualities you need to be a good RAC is being positive, about feeling that you can help, answering simple questions just by being positive. Mandy, I think, turn up. Mandy,
Morning.
how you doing, Mandy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I've got a feeling there's a general sort of like an energy change everywhere. Is that correct? People are finding it really bit sort of like they seem to be a bit sluggish and drowsy. Is that correct? I've heard this from some. Is that correct?
I guess some people are, and some people are full of energy.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of both, isn't it? So
Mm,
it's just, I guess, the lockdown has affected people. So
mm.
it's trying to get out of that bubble and getting out there again.
So how are you doing then? How are you doing in your book? Because I know you're already very focused, self-aware person. So you cut out all the badness or negative news. You've got a lovely routine. You follow that routine. You've got exercise. You've got you know good food, etc., etc. So how are you coping in your bubble?
Oh, I'm coping okay, but it's nice to actually go out and see friends and family now. And so it's trying to incorporate that into my routine now and
Hmm.
still make time for all this work that I want to do and sort
Okay.
of it's juggling again, so it's adjusting my schedule again. So which I'm happy to do because it's lovely to see people and it just keeps your mental health in the right place. So
Excellent. So how long have you actually physically been sort of like cut off meeting people and stuff? How long has that been?
oh God, it's been over a year. So,
Oh, honestly, so one
yeah,
year you've actually been in the discipline of not mixing and meeting people.
yeah, yeah. No, because I'm classed as vulnerable because I've got a few illnesses. So,
Yes,
I, so,
telling us that's right.
so,
So it's more for your own safety.
yeah, yeah, definitely. But oh, 1 second, my alarm's going off. No, this weekend I've actually met up with some old colleagues finally. So it was
Like midgets,
lovely.
you mean? Small
Say
as
that
in,
again.
you mean small as in little people, little midgets?
No, 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 no. Well, one shorter than me, one was taller than me, so there was only three of
Right.
us. And,
Okay,
oh,
excellent.
and three cats as well. So if you want to call them midgets,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We call them cats midgets. Yeah, they're little people. So
they
how,
are.
how many cats? You got three of you?
No, no, no. They're not mine. They were my friend's
Oh, they're
cat.
not yours. All
No,
right. So you've been meeting up with somebody else's pussycat then? Yes.
yes, yes, yeah.
Okay. So what type of pussycats are they?
I think they're just tabbies.
Are normal tabs?
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing exotic. Nothing like a
No,
Siamese or one of those
no, no.
fluffy ones. It's just like a normal tabby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you've been meeting up tabs, and what's the commonality between the tabs and yourself? Are you sort of like tapping into the feline side of yourself? Are
Um,
you develop claws and you
no,
scratch furniture? Do you? Or
no, I don't. No, they're quite laid back and relaxed. So, because they're
tabbies
quite,
are.
yeah, I think
That's good.
because they're older as well.
Mm.
So they just, I suppose if they were still kittens, they'll be jumping around everywhere, attacking everything.
Yeah, yeah. They just lie
No,
around and laze around, do they?
yeah, they do. And they just come to you for attention when they want attention, so which is nice. So
It becomes
it's
very therapeutic, isn't it?
it is very
I mean,
so
have you? I think there was somebody we had on a few months ago who said that a lot of people were buying pets. I think during the
yeah.
lockdown. Was that you? Was it
No.
somebody
I've
else?
got I know I've got two cats as well myself, but
Mm.
I've had them well before lockdown, but they have helped me through lockdown. So no,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's been a bit of a jump in people buying pets. Obviously,
Mm.
it's not for everybody, but
No,
when you're in
no.
lockdown and you have the time to spend with your pet,
Yeah.
probably excellent therapy. The
Mm.
problem is when you go back to work, you're gonna have to worry about them, aren't you?
Yeah, that is true, especially with dogs because they need to be walked. And
Yeah,
so there'll be a lot of dog walking jobs out there if people like dog walking.
yeah, that's right. Good
So,
business to get into. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well done. See, this is what this is. Okay, this is what social media and networking brings out. It brings out so many different ideas you're not thinking about. I
Mm.
mean, that if I was a doggy person, because I'm not much of a doggy person, I'm more of a cat person.
Okay.
But if I was a doggy person, I would have latched onto that straight away because that is genuinely a growth business. Because you're getting all
Mm.
these people who got doggies, who bought them because they were in lockdown, and now they're going to need those dogs to be looked after in the daytime if they go back
Yeah.
to their 9 to 5s.
Hmm.
Yes? Is that
Yeah.
right?
No, that is very true. So that, and plus, when people want to go on holiday as well, if they can't take the pets with them, they're going to need pet sitters,
Yeah.
regardless of what pets they've got. So um, uh, there's there's websites you can actually register with to become a pet sitter.
There you are.
I
There you
know
are. See,
so
this is
pets.
the beauty of being on social media, talking to
Mm,
people. Even if you think there's nothing there,
mm,
even in a random conversation, something could come up that could be perfectly fine for you. I mean, being a pet sitter, I wouldn't
mm.
mind being a pet sitter for a goldfish. That'd be all right. Yeah, I
Yeah,
could throw them in a few
yeah.
crumbs,
No,
maybe half.
nice and easy. Nice and easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
easy job. But I
definitely.
mean, the fact is, it's still required, isn't it? I mean, you're going
Oh
on
yeah,
holiday, you need your fish to be fed,
true.
and I'm quite happy to go and feed your fish.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
You pay me for
there's a
that.
job opportunity out there for someone.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I
definitely.
mean, look, that's an excellent idea. I'm quite, as I said to you, looking at things in a positive way is the only way it's going to work. If you get bogged
Mm.
down with the negativity of what's happening, it could get quite dismaying. I think the general environment is going to become really bad. Is that right?
Yeah. So
I think, yeah,
go.
in the Far East, I think they were saying on the weekend, I think especially India, it's gotten really bad in terms of they've got, dead corpses
Mm,
back to back in the car parks because they can't deal with the volume of deaths.
mm.
Now, what is that? Is it a natural consequence? Is it COVID? Is it lockdown that's done that to people? I don't know. But there
Yeah.
is something going around. There's something going around that isn't quite normal.
No, no.
I think a
So
lot of people are complaining of being exceptionally drowsy or lazy or negative,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Okay, so tell me, have you begun your journey? I mean, I know you had a bit of problem at the beginning getting your ICO license and getting the registration. There was snags and stuff. Have you
Oh no.
begun your journey? Have you actually begun your journey? Have you got to start networking or using the social media to help people? Are you doing that?
Yeah, I am doing that. But I've still not heard from yourselves. I'm still waiting for confirmation from yourselves. I've got the ICO license back in I think December now, and I've actually done since then. I've actually done my money laundering training as well, and
Excellent.
my GDPR as well.
Good.
And they
You're
actually,
ready to go.
yeah, definitely. And I've got a colleague that wants to work with me as well.
Good.
So I'm ready to go whenever you guys are ready to sort of
Excellent.
get me going.
I'm
So
going to make a note of that, because if you've done all the basics, then you're ready. So I
yeah,
think they should have gotten you your membership issued and all that. But
mm,
do you understand how? I mean, the point is, do you understand how easy and how relevant to the times that this business is, in
yes,
terms of um, uncertainty of work? People are
yeah,
out of focus.
mm,
They can't see the wood from the trees. I think a lot of people are going to hold on to the last day on the furloughs. That's what I personally feel. The way
okay,
9 to 5ers are, a lot of these people normally can't see anything after their work. They can't see
right,
anything out of their job, and they will wait until the last extent to be told that either they've lost their job or the furlough has finished. That's
yeah,
what's going to happen. That's what
yeah. Some
nine to
people,
five is all right.
some people will do that. They'll hang on, but some people are
We,
actually starting to take action, which I think
yeah.
people should start taking action because it's the unknown again. So, and they're hoping,
Um,
but it's it's inevitable that it's going to happen. So,
mm,
because I've well, some of my friends and colleagues have actually been in that situation, and they've actually
yeah.
um, gone out for other opportunities, and hands down to them, they've done really well. So,
Excellent.
um, so I'm
What
hoping
type, what
everybody
type of
else.
opportunities? Can you give an
One,
example?
um, well, one of my friends is doing what is it called? The Body Shop products. So she's started up a social media page. She's doing offers every Friday, and I've offered to do a video for her, which I'm in the process of doing. So, morning, Sonia. Um,
Morning,
so,
Sonia.
so hopefully, yeah. Um, so I'm really proud of her because
Excellent.
she's not one to sort of sit on things anyway. So,
Yeah.
which I'm really proud of her. So no, I'm really happy for her. But
And she,
she was furloughed. I
all
think
right,
twice.
okay.
So twice. So I'm glad she's got out there, taken the opportunity. But when another job opportunity comes up, I'm sure she'll snap it up. So she's
Right, so
not.
she was furloughed from NHS.
No. From a social media company.
We just got some good news. The parks have reopened in Scotland and Wales. Is that right?
Oh,
Yeah,
brilliant.
some good news. I'm not sure about Manchester. Are the parks reopened in Manchester?
Yeah.
Got public parks and everything.
Say
It's
that
not
again.
all locked down. The public parks and
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
in
yeah.
public areas
Public.
reopened there in Manchester.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have.
No, no, they were open through down the lockdown as well, so you could still
Mm-hmm.
go for walks and that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, but people are enjoying the sun, so it's lovely to see people out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's and people have been
Is
having
it getting
barbecues.
crowded again? Is it?
I guess in the city centre it is definitely. Of what people have told me, and then I heard about the police getting involved.
Have you not gone out yet properly, Mandy, yourself because of your vulnerability? Are you saying you're still somewhat
Yeah,
sticking to the routine?
yeah, at the moment, yeah. And I'll
Mm.
stick to going to see my friends in a bubble still. So I'll still take precautions until I don't know, it calms down out there, because everybody went a bit crazy last Monday, didn't they? Wanting to go to the shops and things. So there was
Yeah,
queues.
big rush.
So
Okay, I mean, just a question. You were in your situation prior to lockdown, is that right? You
yeah.
were in this vulnerability prior to. How are you coping then? Were you actually in a sort of like a personal lockdown?
I guess since when they announced it in China that this COVID was happening, and then they said it was starting to spread, I just took precaution, I guess, and thinking we didn't know anything about it, so um, it was just a learning curve for me. So from I think February, I sort of put myself in lockdown. So,
Ah,
um, so, and then I've just sort of created a routine for myself, and that's what I've been doing. So
right,
it's,
excellent. So
it's
you were a bit more aware of what was going to happen, and because your personal circumstances, you're a bit more careful. Is that right?
yeah, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so um, how do you see the next 6 months then? What do you see is going to happen?
Well, there might be a possible another lockdown because of this Indian variant that's coming around. Because in Britain, they are letting a lot of flights from India in at the minute. So,
Hmm.
touch wood, it won't happen, but I can see it happening as well.
You can
So
or you can't? You
I
can't or
can,
you can?
I
You
can,
can.
I can.
You can. So you're saying
Yeah,
the Indian variant's going to make a big difference?
yeah, yeah. It will take an impact, I think, but hopefully it
Mm,
won't, and it'll prove me wrong. Um, but
mm,
we'll wait and see. So, but
mm.
I don't know
Well,
if
that's a
they've
bit
had.
worrying because they're saying there's a lockdown's going to effectively start winding down end of June to I think around September. Is that right? Is that the
Mhm,
period they're saying that
I think
it
so.
goes from tier sort of like five winding down to one?
Mm,
Is that correct?
I think so.
Is that what they're saying?
I think
Yes.
so. I'm not
So, do
100%
you
sure
think
on
this
that.
Indian variant that
Say that
what
again.
tier are you in Manchester at the moment then? What tier is there in Manchester at the moment?
Good
Is
question.
it four, three? What
I
is
have
it?
no idea on that one. I've not been actually
None
looking
of
it
us
up
do.
because so it changes, doesn't it? So frequently, so it's like
Yeah,
so it's just confusing as it is anyway. So
yeah. As soon as the numbers go up, and then they start raising the tier. Okay, so let's. I mean, the fact is that there are variants that keep knocking the the situation back a bit because the uncertain times. So what's your thoughts then on the next 6 months? Then what do you think is going to happen? Where do you think things are going?
hopefully people will start going back to work in, in workplace, and hopefully this with the furlough scheme, obviously that's going to come to an end. So it's, but there have been a lot of job losses. So, but there isn't enough jobs out there as well. So people are having to become entrepreneurs for themselves. So
Mm,
it's, I guess it's a lot of a new soul searching for some people to go forward.
mm,
And some people have always had an idea in the back of their heads um, that they want to take forward, like myself. Um, so, yeah, it'll be a lot of training, soul searching, and going out there and doing a bit of research to see what they can and cannot do. And maybe a bit of retraining as well. So we'll wait and see, because
Well, I find, Mandy, that you're more sort of like slightly more confident than you used to be at the beginning that we first started to have you on. Has there been a change in your style or your circumstances or the way you're handling yourself?
no, not really. No. Once I find a routine that works for me, I'll stick to it. So, like this morning, get up, do my training, well, exercise training, have breakfast, and then it's going on to doing different training that I'm doing for an hour and a half each, for each one in block sessions, and then having a bit of a break in between, and do that for most of the day until maybe 6, 7 in the evening, and then it's my own time if I want it, or I'll go on to webinars. So yeah, so it works for me. So
What type of webinars do you go up for?
it's mainly to do with property. So it's with Simon Zucci, or who's the others now? Oh, there's Sarah Cole, Susanna Cole.
What?
So Susanna Cole as well. But there's loads out there, because most of them are in the property magazine in the back of it, and then there's pin groups that you can join as well within each week in different areas. So there's loads out there that you can be doing. So it's just factoring it into your day and just growing with your knowledge, really. So
So do you have a focus? Do you have a purpose? Do you have an objective, or you just sort of like looking for whatever takes your fancy, and then you sort of like
no, I do have a focusing in mind. I do want to actually purchase property again. But I need to get some cash together in the meantime. So becoming an associate of the RAC model is a great opportunity. So that'll help as well. And then I'm doing my social media as well, and marketing as well. So I'm helping making YouTube videos for clients to get more clients for the businesses. So it's.
So you offer that as a service, do you?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. And what type of charging do you do for that?
It depends on what the client wants. If they want just a basic channel setting up, or just one video doing, it's like 300 quid. Or if they want upkeep of it every month, there's a standard charge. But I can guarantee people to be on first page of Google and YouTube with their videos, so it gives them more exposure because they're on the first page after the ads that people pay for. So it's like the people that pay for ads, they don't need to be paying that kind of money for those ads. So I can help them not pay for those ads and take their business forward with more clients or just exposure. So yeah, I can do that for most businesses. So
how many clients have you got? Any clients at the moment?
At the moment, I've got 3 that I'm working with. So and it's just putting myself out there again. Oh, your phone's ringing. I should say, if anybody out there is looking for exposure and looking for clients on YouTube or Google, get in touch with me. I'm on Facebook and LinkedIn, so I'm happy to help wherever I can.
Mr. Rajesh Malhotra, he's here.
Hello
Hi,
there.
Rajesh.
Hi, man. Good
Morning,
morning, BJ.
Rajesh. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry, it a bit of short notice to come on, which is fine.
Bit short notice. You're normally a man always ready to move. You're a bit like
Yeah,
a bit like the SAS of the social media world, are you?
Well, I won't
Always
say
ready for
SAS.
action.
Lately, more like a no, it's good to be here. Sorry,
Yeah, Rajesh.
what's the topic? I didn't even get a chance to know what the topic was.
More
So
like what?
the topic for today. What's the topic?
Right.
Good question.
The topic is okay. We've got two things.
Okay.
We've got two topics. One is someone stops you doing something. Someone stops you from trying to do something. The general thrust is don't do it once, do it twice, and on the second attempt, take a picture and show them. So it's a bit of a retrospective type of a topic to say, look, don't listen to people too much and do things if you believe in them. And when you do achieve them, and you have people who somewhat are dismissive or negative about you trying to do whatever you are doing, do try to take a bit of solace from it. Show them that you can, if you will for something, you can achieve. And then the second topic is building your business from home.
Okay.
People find it difficult to think how they can build a business from home. So it's just we're going through, just the simple techniques of getting people interested. We were just talking about something, myself and Mandy, and she came out with an excellent idea of what's it now? Pet? Do you call it pet minders? Is that right?
Dog walkers or pet minders, yeah.
Yeah. And with a lot of people who bought pets during lockdown, that's going to be a demand, because if anybody goes back to work, it's going to go back to the 9 to 5. It's got to get out, and they can't afford to stay home to look after their pet. It's going to be a big demand, I bet you. If there's not a big demand to look after them, there may be a big demand to sell them. Either way, it's a good business to get into.
Well,
and this is the benefit of talking to people on social media. There's so much information you can get that can help you.
Definitely.
I agree. Good idea, Mandy. You were just saying, Mandy, before that people can contact you on LinkedIn and YouTube as well. I know you post quite a lot on Facebook, which is really good. I watch your videos as well. Yeah, no, that's great. Me myself, I don't. VJ knows this, and obviously Lakhi knows this. I offer sort of sales coaching. So if anyone's out there wants some sales coaching on their business, I'm offering free 5 one-to-one coaching sessions. Also, anyone interested in the RMP model as well, they can get in contact with me as well. So I just sort of put that out there.
You're a sales coach in a specific area, are you?
Yeah, something I have yeah, it's so at the moment it was quite difficult trying to narrow it down, because as you're well aware, if you go on LinkedIn or Facebook, there's hundreds, thousands, if not millions of coaches out there, and everyone in the lockdown is saying, "Oh, I know what I'll do until I go back to work is become a coach." So my niche primarily would be estate agents, because I have been an estate agent, so I understand the process of being an estate agent. So it would be helping estate agents with their teams, and also increasing their sales and revenues. So that's my client. So out there, then happy to help.
Is it possible to increase their teams, though, Rajesh?
Well, it's
Rajesh, is it possible to increase your teams in lockdown?
Well, yeah. I mean, at the moment, yeah. At the moment, it's going to be if they're all remote working. So I'd probably not probably. I would help the owner look at how to increase, their sales, because at the moment, the irony, prices are going up. The property market is I think it's 23,000 or 20,000 increased in the last just months. So yeah, well, that's what I heard. And as we come out of lockdown, the restrictions are easing. As you're well aware, Vijay and yourself, Mandy, know that we live on a small island. And had the impact of Brexit, so there is a lot of opportunities there. Landlords are looking to restructure their portfolios as well, which is where the Rescue My Properties model comes in. So I could help specific agents as well. I can help other business people as well, but
the property is your forte, is your niche, is it? Yeah.
I quite enjoy property. I do enjoy property. I do enjoy the way that it works, and I mean, at the end of the day, not just bricks and mortar, it's about people as well. So you've got that people element there, and I know Mandy, she has.
Okay, Rajesh, we're in the last 2 minutes.
Okay.
I'll give you 1 minute. Tell us what you think is going to happen in the next 6 months. What do you think? Where do you think everything's going? Is it going to get better? Is it all going to go back to the good old days, or is there going to be a bit more uncertainty, especially with these new strains coming in from abroad?
I think at the moment it's going to be uncertainty. I don't really think it will go back to normal. Eventually, we will hopefully come out of it. But yeah, the next 6, maybe even 12 months will be uncertainty, and then hopefully it will all sort of won't be normal, but we will come. There would be some tunnel. But as always, there's always opportunities. You know, in crises, there's always opportunities. You've got to look for them. You've got to have your opportunity, and like you both do, Andy, and obviously Lakhi as well. So yeah, I think.
Mandy, what do you say? What's your outlook again? Can you tell us?
Yeah, unfortunately, I do think we're coming into another lockdown, but touch wood, we won't. But people are getting back into their routine slowly at the minute. So it's not going to happen overnight. So I think it'll take a couple of years for us to get back to normal.
So a couple of years. That's a long time. Okay.
Yeah.
Good question. Have both of you been in? Have you taken your jabs?
I've had my first one.
Yeah,
your first one. What about you, Mandy?
I've had my first one as well.
First one as well. Excellent. When is the second one due then?
Mine 15th or 16th of May, I think it is. Yeah, 15th of May.
So it's about a month afterwards, is it?
Yeah.
Well, yours, Mandy?
Mine's in June. So because it's yeah.
Okay,
so,
well, that's news. That's good news that we're now in the midst of people who've had their jab, which means it's working. You know, the jabs are being delivered.
Yeah.
With that, I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. Love you and leave both of you. Thank you so much for having company.
Thank you, Mandy.
Excellent time. And we shall see you again.
Lovely to see you both.
Yeah, take care.